Chapter 3 Ringo Starr. Of all the Beatles, Ringo had the hardest childhood. The oldest Beatle, he was born on July 7th, 1940, the first and only child of Elsie and Richard Starkey. He was named after his father, although his father left when Ringo was only 3 and rarely returned to visit. Later, after Richard became a musician, he changed his name to Ringo Starr. A musician would often take a different name, called a stage name, because he or she thought it sounded better. As a boy, Ringo was lonely. Elsie would watch her son stare out of the window, wishing he had a brother or a sister. Then, at age 6, things got worse. Ringo got sick. He felt a terrible pain on his right side. It was appendicitis. Appendicitis is easy to fix, but no one thought to take him to the doctor until he got really sick. Ringo was rushed to the hospital, where the doctor put him to sleep and took out his appendix. But after the operation, Ringo didn't wake up. He was in a coma. For 10 weeks, Ringo's body stayed asleep. When he did wake up, he still felt sick. So he ended up staying in the hospital for a whole year until he was well again. When he finally returned to school, Ringo found it hard to catch up. He tried his best, as one of his teachers wrote on a report card, but he kept failing tests. He didn't know as much as his classmates did. What's worse, he got sick again. When Ringo was 13, he caught a cold that got much worse. He had trouble breathing and had to go to the hospital again. This time, he stayed for 2 years. One good thing did come out of his time away from home. In the hospital, Ringo learned to play drums. The hospital had a band travel around from room to room to play music. It was a way to cheer up other kids who were there. Ringo had always been interested in drumming. He used to tap along to the rhythm of any songs he heard. Now, in the hospital, he was given a drum to bang on, and he loved it. When Ringo went home, he built his own drum set out of metal cookie containers. He used small pieces of firewood for his sticks. Music gave him something fun to do, while all his friends were outside playing. Also, he had fallen so far behind in his class that he didn't feel smart. He ended up dropping out of school at 15. But no matter what, he was really good at drumming. Because he wasn't in school anymore, Ringo had to find a job. He worked on a train, carrying messages back and forth to people. There were no such things as cell phones back then. He served drinks on a boat. He got a job fitting pipes together so water could move through them. Even though he made enough money, Ringo knew he needed more out of life. He just wasn't happy. When Ringo turned 18, his mother bought him a set of real drums. It was the best gift she could have given him. He practiced making a steady beat. He made the cymbals ring out when he hit them with his drumsticks. He formed a band. They were called the Eddie Clayton Skiffle Group. The band played mainly during breaks for workers at the pipe fitting plant. That was fine with Ringo, though. He didn't need to get rich and be famous. It was enough just to be in a band.